Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Afternoon live, special one, because I was about to record my video and while I was preparing everything, I saw that there was so much information, and also because we were all waiting for the draw of Europa League. Guys, we know who will be the opponent of Juventus. Were we lucky in the draw? I can't tell you, because if we know the history of Juventus with draws in the recent years, I don't know if we can say honestly that we were lucky to have not, because it is not that we will play. We don't know. It depends. Everything depends on Juventus. Hopefully you are doing well. Let me read and say hello to the people that we already have here in the chat, prepared for a live where I tell you the truth. I prepared already quite something. It's not just starting and going. Look here, we have Massimiliano Allegri that is laughing. I will show you what we prepared. A message in the locker room. We have the first pages. We have the ranking. Tutto Sport also with a title, Giustizia Juve, the justice for Juve after the VAR episode of yesterday. We have the two game deciders, Fagioli and Rabiot. We have the ratings of the people. We will decide together if yes or no we agree with the ratings. We will see how the game changed from that game of plan 3-5-1-1 to where it actually changed, with some stats, with some people that we will try to rate. Allegri, Kostic, some things here where who touched the most balls and the pass accuracy. I prepared a lot of things, guys. I don't know if you are agreeing with me or not, but today we will do a lot of things, and at least we are prepared. So I go back to page number 1. Ciao Juventini of the world again. Let's say hello to Hazard Nuts. Ciao grande Hazard Nuts. It's not right. Yes, it is not. Not that will be the opponent of Juventus in Champions League. And if we are speaking about not, the first thought that we have, at least for the people that are a bit older, is Juventus versus Nantes semi-final of Champions League 95-96. We won. Even if one game we won, the other one we lost. But luckily, Juventus was qualified for the final, and then we won our final versus Ajax. For the younger people, it was an epic game with Vialli, Ravanelli, Alessandro Del Piero. Vialli that was really important in that game. So beautiful, sweet memories. Unfortunately, it's not in the highest competition called Champions League. It will be in Europa League. Oh. Hey guys, today I was even dancing a bit and preparing the song. Then I said, you know what, let's not put it on the internet, because that can become a meme. I don't want to be linked too much with Europa League. But it is what it is, guys. For the first time of my life, I watched the draw of Champions League. Not. So, first thoughts about not in the chat. Is it a lucky one, yes or no? Before going into Juve Inter of yesterday, I have two feelings. The one that I'm super happy today, and then I am still angry because I discovered yesterday again another confirmation that not only we have to play versus our opponents, not only we have to play against ourselves, because we know that Juventus is the one to blame if we are today not first in the ranking of Serie A, but also we have to play again versus VAR and all the referee and Serie A. So there is Giorgio that is saying, I wanted Manchester United that first out. Ciao Nini Baranto with Europa League, Beppe. Europa League. So let me know your thoughts about not so lucky for Veritas. Styler Z, Beppe, I somehow knew it would be not when I firstly saw the games. Yes, you told me already. I know that you had that feeling that it would be not. Not our almost relegation zone in Liga. We can go to we can go through here, because I want to talk, of course, about not, guys. I really want to talk about not, of course. So if we are going here to the page of Tutto Sport from a few days ago, I already made a video about not and what we had to pay attention for. But if we go to the full page, what are they saying about that team of France that is 15th in the league? Or if we are putting back, we could have played versus Manchester United, that will play versus Barcelona, Midtjylland, Monaco, Union Berlin, Rennes, PSV, and not. Here is not, so we will read not in a second. But first, let me say thank you to Rad Al Harbi that is saying, Beppe, ciao. finally things are taking a better run. Finally, you see it already here. Here in the first page of what I will speak about, it's Allegri era ora. Allegri, it was time. It was time that this Juventus started to think turns around. Yes, I agree with our friend Rad Al-Harbi. Thank you for being 13th month on the channel. But also Mlaggio, they saying yesterday, Beppe, you forgot my message, but here it is. Ciao Beppe, and how strong is not? Are there to give us trouble? I hope we can continue with the mentality from last night. Forza Juve. Beautiful message from Mlaggio that is asking about not. That's totally correct, because it's not a team that we are really used to watch and to follow. So if we are going to Tuttosport, guys, what do we see about not? What are they saying? Well, they are saying pregi, what are the good things about Not for themselves, their strong points? It's il Not è una squadra combattiva e rocciosa. Not is a team that is with a fighting spirit and quite solid team, but a lot of time they are not able to conclude, to finish. La sua forza è senza dubbio la difesa. Their strength is without any single doubt the defense, even if they already conceded 21 goals in Ligue 1. Their strong points is the guys. That's what I'm just reading. I'm just reading their strong points in the defense, but they already conceded 21 goals. Let me go on OneFootball to see the ranking of Not. I believe, if I'm not wrong, they are 15th. So Ligue 1. You see, I already prepared last week because I was really curious. The last game of Not, they lost versus Reims 1-0. If we are going to the tables of La Liga table, we have to go down. They are now 16th with -7 in total. They conceded a lot of goals, more than... And now they conceded 22 goals in Liga. But if that's their strong points, guys, ok, I'm happy with that. Il portiere ex Fiorentina Lafont è uno dei più esplosivi di Francia. The goalkeeper ex Fiorentina Lafont, and he's one of the most explosive goalkeepers of France. And he is protected by Girotto. The technical, the coach, Comboiré, I remember Comboiré from the past. Una vecchia volpa, an old wolf, one that has some experience. He's a born motivator. Since he arrived at Stadio de la Beaujoire in Nantes, he already changed the dynamic from a negative team and a negative environment. And he can count on 11 warriors. These are the beautiful things, or the strong points from Nantes. If you're looking at their weakness, guys, if the defense is no strong point, let's see what's the weakness. I'm curious. Weakness: in attacco, dopo l'addio di Kolo Muani, l'egiziano Mohamed predica nel deserto. So since Kolo Muani already left Nantes, for the striker, for the offensive part, there is Mohamed the striker that is actually totally alone. A parte qualche raro rinfornimento dei 10 Bias, che in Europa League vanta 3 assist, l'ultimo dei quali contro l'Olympiacos, except of some assists from Bias that has 3 assists in Europa League, but except of that, Mohamed is really isolated and alone. Più pericoloso per il supporto degli spalti che per la qualità in campo. They don't have that many quality on the field. Not celebrated... Not they celebrated the qualification to the round of 32, because that's what we are playing with, the round of 32, knowing that they had nothing to lose in that competition. So actually it's a team that we are a bit lucky to play. In terms of papers, because they are 16, because they conceded a lot, because they are not really a strong team in terms of offensive power, we can say that, like Lun Ark is confirming in the chat, Not is a bit the past of what it was, the glorious Canary. Canary is the nickname of Not. What does that mean, Canary? It's a little yellow bird. What is the name in English, guys? Can you tell me? Canary, the small little bird. That was a Not. I remember a really strong Not in the past. Not with the Loco, with I forgot the guy. I forgot the goalkeeper. What's the name of the goalkeeper from that time with the L? Lorient or Canary? It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Canary. No, not the Canon. Canary. So wait. Juve. We have to go to Google. Juventus. Not had a really strong team. A really strong team in the past, but really seriously. Here, look at that. Look at that. Alessandro Del Piero, Ravanelli, Vialli. What a beautiful game. What a really beautiful game. They were strong, huh? Nantes was really, really, really strong. I promise you, they were really strong. The Canary Bird. Landreau! Mohamed. Thank you, Mohamed. Landreau, that's the one I was looking for with a L. I knew it was with a L. I couldn't remember the name Landreau, but they had really a lot of really strong players at the time, and it's true that they are a bit behind now. Look, we are obliged to go to Europa League. My son was asking me, why are you not subscribing to Europa League? I said, absolutely not. I don't want to. So, big clash immediately. Barcelona versus Manchester United. I tell you the truth, I was really thinking that we would play versus Manchester United. I was 100% convinced about it. So I'm quite happy that it's not the case, but I was 100% convinced that it would have been Manchester United with the return of Cristiano Ronaldo at Juventus. It's not the case. They will play versus Barcelona. Big shock there. Then you have Ajax versus Berlin. And all these games are actually to arrive at the round of 16. So it's a long competition. Huh? It's a really long competition. Ciao Stavros, that is there as well. We have a message from Daniel Abdelnour. 10 months on the channel. 10 months. Grande Abdel, that is saying, Beppe, attenzione. I can sense a different presence with Juventus now. I believe that yesterday we all felt it. Huh? The difference in presence of Juventus, what we really wanted to do. And we will go back to the game of yesterday. Of course, it's an important one. So thank you Mlaggio, thank you Daniel, thank you Rad for the memberships and for the message. But I agree that Juventus yesterday, they showed that they can do a lot of things. Are there some people that are really believing that we can do something in that competition? Yes or no in Europa League? I tell you the truth, it's a competition I never wanted to participate in. But it's the truth that since I hear that music, since that we are there now and so on, I really want to win that competition. I really want to competition. Why? Because first of all, it will give you access to the next stage of Champions League next year. So the winner of Europa League, automatically they go in Champions League. Now, of course, it's a bit better in Serie A with the game of yesterday. We are at -2 points from top 4, which is better, but we are still not there. There are still a lot of teams, Atalanta, Lazio, Milan, and so on, that are up front over us. We have to recuperate them, of course, and the Serie A is really long. We are saying now that we will recuperate our player, but will it be the case or not? If we are not able to fix our J-medical and physiotherapist and the one that is training and so on, I don't know if we will still have all our player at disposal. One thing is sure is that this season we already discovered other people, new people that can bring something, like Fagioli, like Miretti, that I really want to defend today because I saw some things that were quite harsh on the young kids. So I'm pissed off with that as well. I think we are lucky. Spider Luca Gaming, we could have gotten Manchester United, so I guess we are kind of lucky. Competition is long, but yeah, of course, if you are playing versus Nantes or Manchester United or Barcelona, what was not possible, but of course it could have been really, really difficult. Nantes is not easy to play. They have some quality in goal and depth. Look, Calciobene, he knows Nantes, and in their midfield, speed on the wings, we should win anyway. Acting relaxing, not is easy on paper, but we said the same versus Porto, versus Lyon, versus Ajax. Even in the past, we said Ajax was okay for us. Who else? Villarreal, and so on and so on. If you are focused, we should go through, though. I agree with acting relaxing. Daniel, at this point, we should face our opponent with confidence. Yeah, I'm just finishing the Europa League. That's not how it works. I don't know about what. I believe you, D-Nuts, but I have no idea what you're speaking about. If we play like this, we did versus Monza, Nantes will be trouble. If we play like we played last night, or even better, we have a chance, especially with a recovered squad. Good morning, Beppe. Good morning, Juventini. It's 7 a.m. here. Yeah, it's a early one today. Nantes, c'est comme Lyon. Nantes is like Lyon. On the paper, it's easy, but attenzione, because we remember what Lyon did to us. I am anyway quite confident, but I'm a bit checking here. Thank you to Mohamed that knows about French football. He's following also French football, so attenzione. Rad is speaking with Jeff. Ciao Jeff. Also ciao Dan. There are no easy games for Juventus. We have to be careful and play with a big team. So I see already a different state of mind by Juventini. Whatever team where you are playing, that it's Manchester United or not in that case, we are not like in the past, celebrating a draw. And I believe that's a good thing. You can't celebrate a draw. If you want to speak about Champions League, we can also speak about Champions League a few seconds with two big games. Two big games. Look at the games here in Champions League. There is Red Bull Leipzig versus Manchester City. Benfica versus Bruges. That would be a beautiful game because Bruges was the surprise of the group stages, but also Benfica that won 2 times versus Juve. Big game, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. That was a final, and now it's in the round of 16. Milan versus Tottenham. We have Frankfurt versus Napoli. Dortmund versus Chelsea. Inter, Porto, and then Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich. So you have actually 4 potential winners of the Champions League that are fighting versus each other. So 2 will be eliminated immediately. Or Real Madrid or Liverpool, or Bayern or Paris Saint-Germain. Manchester City should easily go through to the next stage. And then the Italian ones, guys. Don't tell me later that it was difficult to play versus Frankfurt, that it was difficult to play versus Tottenham, or versus Frankfurt, or versus Benfica. No, not Benfica, the other team. Where is the other? Oh, Porto. Guys, don't tell me that it was difficult, because on paper, it's a bit more easy. It's a bit more easy. So the 3 of them, they should go through, even if I believe that it will be really tough, and I don't see all the 3 of them go through the round of 16 of Champions League. That's my personal opinion about their competition. But then I can be wrong, of course. Ciao to Dave, Turin Giants. Good morning, Beppe. Ciao, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? Guys, if you want to answer Dave, that would be really nice. Canary, we are speaking about Canaries here on the channel. The Canary of Nantes. Mohamed Youssef, still one good game after all. We need 5 of them. Yes, yesterday was great. On the other side, we can't forget also that we already have 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row that we won in Serie A with 0 goals conceded, 8 goals scored, 4 2, 1, 1 is 8 in total, 0 goals conceded. So we already saw some progress, some improvement. So for me to answer the first question of the people, it was not Juventus waking up only yesterday versus Inter. We started already to wake up in the Derby della Mole versus Torino. We saw some improvement. I remember I made some videos where I said I see some improvements. We are far from perfect. We are far from where we want to be. We are not ready to win the Champions League. And in fact, we also lost versus Paris Saint-Germain, even if we already played a bit better. But we said we saw some improvements. And you can't just from one day to another change totally and be that perfect team. No, it goes through a process of growth, but also from unity. And yesterday was the game that we were all waiting for, because versus Torino, versus Empoli, versus Lecce, if Juventus is obliged to win, if this is what we are expecting, versus Inter, of course, you have a lot more doubts. You are losing your certainties. You don't have an easy team on paper, especially with the record of Juventus, not able to beat last year Inter, and we know how with the referee decisions another time, because it continues year in, year out. It's always the same when we are playing versus Inter, but also versus the other one. The VAR episodes are always against Juventus, guys, because last year, if we deserve to finish 4th, if we deserve to lose a lot of games, and we were absolutely not great last year versus Inter, probably we deserve to win, and in Coppa, but also in Serie A. Guys, no, we can't buy Dybala back. It's over. Dybala is not even able to play, guys. So, no Dybala. I rather win Europa League so we don't end with 0 trophies this year. Attenzione, because there is still Serie A, and we have to speak about it. It's not over. Ciao to Calcio Ben, again to Benjamin, that is actually doing a donation. Thank you, Ben. Really appreciate it, my friend. Juve Fiorentina, Juve Nantes, Spezia Juve, Nantes, Juve Torino are the subsequences of the games reported by Ninip, Juve Fiorentina, and then again, Juve Fiorentina, Juve Nantes, Spezia Juve, Nantes, Juve Torino. So it could be also quite calendar a week where you can do some rotations. Hopefully it's because it's in February. 16th of February is the first game, so it could be a week where you already recuperated some players, maybe Di Maria and Chiesa from the start, maybe even Paul Pogba, so you can rotate with these players to be at top form depending on the competition that you really want to go for, depending on Serie A, because a lot of games would already have been played at that time. Ciao Beppe, finally I code live. Yeah, I wanted to change and be a bit earlier. How is the Bremer feeling? For me, fantastic. Let's go in the Juve Inter game after 20 minutes of the live. Because I prepared so much, I don't want to just put it out. We start with the smile of Massimiliano Allegri. Massimiliano Allegri. Massimiliano Allegri. Allegri era ora. Allegri, it was about time. It was about time that you were offering a Juventus that was actually playing, a Juventus that sacrificed, a Juventus that was able to win versus a big team in Serie A. Uno per l'altro e grandi valori. Questa è Juve. The words of Allegri, one fighting for the other, like the Four Musketeers. You know, the Four Musketeers, one for all for one. This is what Allegri is saying. We were playing one for each other. We were sacrificing for each other. And which is the first name that comes to my mind when I read one for the other? Give me the names. I want names of the people in the team that were actually sacrificing himself. Who are the symbols? Okay, all of them, of course, the 11. But I really want 1, 2, or maximum 3 names that came not on technicality, not on the goals, but really on the words of Allegri here, that were fighting one for the other, that were sacrificing one for the others. I see Danilo. Yes. I see Kostic. I want to say yes as well. Both of them for total different reasons, but I agree. Do we have other names here? Bremer, yes. There is one other name that I want to put. Fagioli, no. Of course, everyone. But I would not put Fagioli here in that definition. There is one name I'm waiting for. Oliver. According to me, guys, and then maybe I'm totally wrong. Of course, I can be wrong. I am a lot of time wrong. But I would put Miretti there. Kostic, I want to put him there. Danilo, I want to put him there, but also Miretti. Miretti, really important. Rabiot, yeah, he sacrificed, but he's always sacrificing for the team. Rabiot, he was doing his role yesterday. Even if I saw something that was incredible from Rabiot. Let me go back. Let me check, guys. There is... Wait. Let me show you something. It's not planned here. It was also not planned today, but wait. Can we go... taking this away, taking this away. Wait, let me put... No, we already have that one. Here. This one. Well, it's not beautiful in terms of graphic, but anyway, you understand the message. Look, this is Fagioli, heat map. This is Miretti, heat map. There is one... Look at that. Guys, look at this one. This is Rabiot yesterday. This is Rabiot yesterday. I don't know if you are able to see it well or not. This is the heat map of Rabiot yesterday. When we will speak about Rabiot, because I prepared a lot of slides, when we will speak about Rabiot, guys, you will go totally crazy. Totally crazy with what I will show you, because yesterday it was incredible what Rabiot did, but not only the goals, but a lot of things of Rabiot. Yes, Rabiot sacrificing himself in the middle, on the left, on the right. He was literally everywhere, but I wanted to put Miretti. There inside. But these are things that we are not always seeing when we are watching a game full of emotion. Juve Inter, when you are watching these heat maps of Rabiot, it's simply incredible. Simply incredible. Look, wait, this is one, but then let me go back. Here. If we go to Rabiot, because I prepared here a lot of things about Rabiot. Where is it? Rabiot. Where is Rabiot? Here, Rabiot. This is the stat about Rabiot. Incredible game. He scored that goal with the right foot yesterday in a big game versus Inter. Already his 5th this season, 2 in Champions League, 3 in Serie A now. Look, Rabiot, total duels. 18 duels for Rabiot. He won 10 of them. He's far better than all the other ones. Fabio Miretti, 11 duels, he won only 3. Ariel duels, 5 he did. He lost all of them, but 5 times he tried to go also in the air. In total, 5 on 11, so he's a bit smaller than the other ones. But look at Rabiot. 18. Danilo 9, Bremer 7, Manuel Locatelli 7, Fagioli 6, Milik 6, Alexander 5, Kostic 4, and then you have the other ones. But 18 for Rabiot is totally incredible. But then also in tackles, 6 tackles for Adrien Rabiot, 3 tackles won, 1 interception, 1 clearance, foul conceded 4, fouls won 2. The stats of Adrien were simply impressive yesterday. Guys. At least what I saw about it. So that was fantastic yesterday. So that's what I wanted to say. Cavallo pazzo, crazy horse, and you know it. The hair is always here of Adrien Rabiot. The hair is always there. Kostic, Rabiot, Locatelli, Bremer, and Fagioli. Fagioli, he did his work, and for me, probably man of the match, together with Bremer, Fagioli, and who else? I forgot. Bremer, Fagioli were man of, and Kostic. Bremer, Fagioli, Kostic, man of the match. If we are speaking about that definition of Allegri, probably I will not put him there with the other ones because it meant something totally different for me, at least for me. But anyway, we see here Allegri, it was about time, one for the others, and big values of the team. This is Juventus. We also were lucky, and that's what Allegri said yesterday. We were also lucky because they could have scored in the first time with Dzeko, with Dumfries. Don't forget about that episodes. Then we totally deserve. But he also said something. All of this would mean nothing if you are not able to win versus Verona on Thursday, 6:45 or 6:30, I don't remember. Anyway, we are playing on Thursday. If you don't win versus Verona, attenzione, we are out. We are already again out of the top 4 and again far away. So we have to continue because the other teams like Lazio and so on, they are continuing to win. So we have to pay attention. That's one slide. Then the message that I really loved was this one of socials, because you know that with socials you can vote some polls and so on and so on and so on, and they had like 4 different messages that you could vote for, and this one was the one chosen by the fans that were on the screens in the locker rooms. It was quite beautiful. The message of Scirea, ex-player, captain of Juventus, the famous number 6, that Danilo took the number of. Do you remember Danilo saying, I will take the number 6 for honoring Gaetano Scirea? The sentence was: la Juve è qualcosa di più di una squadra. Non so cosa sia, ma sono orgoglioso di farne parte. What does that mean? Juventus is more than a team. Is something more than a team. I can't really explain. I can't put word on it, but I'm really proud to be part of it. These were the words before the game that were in the locker room. Something really touching. I believe that these kind of messages are motivational and can work, especially when you read the name of Gaetano Scirea. Be proud of being part of Juventus. So these were the things that I wanted to show you. Then you have Gazzetta dello Sport, smile Juve, ridi Juve, with Adrien Rabiot with a sliding celebration. We have Scott Brown, big fan of the channel, mate. Love from Scotland. Thank you to Scott Brown. I'm super honored to have you here on the channel, following and being quite early also for a special episode of Juve Inter, where we would go through all the things that happened yesterday in terms of emotion, what the game meant, but also tactically what changed the game. There are 2 things that I saw that totally changed the game yesterday, but I'm really happy and thank you. Really appreciate it, Scott, and thank you for the donation, buddy. Big fan. Yesterday we hit 22,000 supporters on the channel. That's fantastic. 22,000 supporters. Would never have imagined that. Never in my life. Rabiot had a great game. I agree. Maybe Chiesa on the right and Di Maria as a CAM. Let's all apologize to Rabiot, but I will apologize to nobody. Honestly, because you know how I try to deal with criticism towards our players, towards the coach, towards the management, towards everything. And you know also what happens when we are doing a win versus Maccabi Haifa and everyone is super excited and we are back with a 4-0 or with a beautiful game played versus Paris Saint-Germain. I believe that I tried to not go from one extreme to the others. You know that Rabiot has never been my favorite player, but when he was doing well, and I'm not speaking about this season, but in the 4 years when he was doing well, I celebrated his single performance. When he was doing bad, we were objective in criticizing his performance. The same for all the other ones on the team. team. The same for Allegri, that this season showed a lot of difficulties. But I said, attenzione, attenzione, what about Allegri? I am an old guy. Guys, I am an old guy. I'm old. What does that mean, old? That probably I'm not young. That's a fact. But also that I love projects of 1 year. I don't like Palermo, Genoa, Cagliari, these teams that are changing every time. Coach, I don't like it. It's just not for me. I love that you're giving a project to someone. At the end of the year, you're analyzing. But that doesn't mean that you just can't continue with a coach, or that you have to continue with a coach. You have to have these meetings once a month, once a week, once every 6 months, whatever. But you put a tempo, or when the situation is asking for, and you talk and you ask, what are your solutions? If there are no solutions anymore from one side or from the other side, you have to stop. It's over. If there is a kind of belief, you continue. And also, if there is no other valid options, you continue and you see. Now, I didn't change my opinion about Allegri. I believe that Allegri, he needs to go until the World Cup. Let's see what happens there. If he continue with a trend of positivity, of improvement, I believe that he has to continue until the end of the year. I continue to say that for me, it should be the last year of Allegri. Whatever happens, that he wins the Europa League, the Scudetto, the Coppa Italia, and whatever trophy that he's participating in, it should be the last one. He should say, I leave after winning. If he's not able to win, if we don't see improvement, we should say we stop with Allegri. But it's better for everyone, because I believe that he has not been respected enough, and on this other side, he didn't give enough to Juventus. We were expecting to see a game like versus Inter yesterday. We were expecting to see it much earlier, and I know about the injuries, I know about a lot of things, of course I know about that, and it's part of an excuse for Allegri, but it can't be the main excuse. We saw some games that were absolutely not at the level, so I would not apologize myself, but what I saw yesterday, personally, is that we are jumping, by the way, grande Uncle Sharma. Grandissimo Uncle Sharma. I was sad that your team lost for... No, it's not true. I was not sad. No, I will not lie, guys. I will not lie, but Uncle Sharma is a fantastic one. And he's approaching the 5K on YouTube. That is an evidence and a proof that he's doing a fantastic work. The best Inter channel there in English. The best. The best. It's difficult to speak about Inter. How can you make great content about Inter? Anyway, he's really a great guy. I can say this, my friend. I love Uncle Sharma. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember now what I was saying. Thank you to Dave, 3 months on the channel, who is saying congratulations, Beppe, for 22K. Thank you, Dave. I wish you the same. Absolutely, with your channel. What I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying, guys. About the excusing, what I discovered yesterday, I had again a confirmation, is, mamma mia, but we are jumping incredibly from one extreme to the other. I'm doing the live, and sometimes we have 10,000 people, sometimes we have 1,000 people, sometimes we have 200 people on the Juve channel during the game. Guys, I didn't see so much people changing opinion in the game. The first 15 minutes, it's one opinion. The same people are totally changing opinion in the next 15 minutes. But how is it possible that we go from Miretti is an incredible talent and he's extremely good to he's trash, he's overrated, he's absolutely not what we were saying about him? How is it possible that in the first half, people they wanted to kill, like guillotine. Guillotine is in France, in the French Revolution. You were putting your head here, okay, like this, and with a knife, a big knife, like this. They were going like, fla! And they cut the head. That's what they wanted to do to Kostic. Instead of Kostic, it was Kutic. They wanted to cut his head yesterday at first half. Luckily, we didn't change him, because then he became the best signing of 22-23. Kostic again, celebration picture. He's the best man. What a guy, guys. We need a bit of balance when we are judging. You can't be in one game trash and then the best player of the world. You need a bit of balance. You can say, I don't like the performance of this person in the first 45 minutes. He should do better. And then saying he did better in the second half. And that second half, he played above his level, maybe. Mamma mia. But this is... Or Allegri in, Allegri out, depending on the minute of the game. Guys, how is it possible? Yesterday, if that disgusting referee makes sure that we do 1-1, probably we would say Allegri out. Allegri out because it didn't change, without looking at the bench. Now, this kind of thing, they are making me really, really pissed off. I accept every criticism and correct about Rabiot, Miretti, Kostic, Allegri, everything. Yesterday, 45 minutes, probably Inter is deserving to win. And then we see a total different Juventus. But where is Juventus coming from? Where is Inter coming from? Inter is coming from a team that won 2 years ago Serie A. That last year they were second and they were about to win it again. And then this year, ups and downs at the same level of Juventus in terms of points, because we were there. At the end, we were there. But they conceded a lot more goals, 22, if I'm not wrong, 21 or 22 goals conceded, the same as Nantes. Inter is the Nantes of Serie A. Inter is the Nantes of Serie A, if we're speaking about defense. I'm not lying, guys, I'm not exaggerating. Inter is the Nantes of Serie A. If you're looking at here, let me show you, because you don't believe me. I know that you never believe me when I'm telling you things. Wait, here, press box, boom. I show you, competition table. Let's go to Inter. Inter, mamma mia. 19 goals conceded. Not 22. It's the same, eh? It's the same. Disaster. Inter is a canary. A blue canary. It's Twitter. Inter is Twitter. It's Elon Musk. Guys, this is the truth. And the criticism was correct. It was, I agree, but anyway, this is what I wanted to say about paying attention, how to judge, and then we continue with the pages, because I prepared a lot of things. Meanwhile, I'm reading your comments, guys, so continue to write, because I like what you're writing. Ciao Lester, grande, dov'eri interista? Yeah, he is interista. The French Revolution, Just Facts, Just History, I saw also here from Mikey, grande Mikey. Mikey, they saying, keep Miretti in, was a great decision. If he took Miretti out, I believed it would have hurt him mentally, and when you are a young player, you don't want to do that. Needs all the reinforcements. But guys, maybe I'm, it's true. Here, it's not a canary. Inter is not a canary. It's true. I don't agree with people that are saying that he played a bad game. So let me go and show you what I wanted to show you, what we were preparing. So if we go back to the PowerPoint, Ridi Juve, yes, we can smile a bit now. Then, why are we smiling? Look at the rankings. Here are the rankings. So you see, Napoli is far above, with 35 points. Napoli, 35, they are really out of range at the moment. They're 10 points above Juve. Then everything can happen, but I see it really difficult that Napoli can be caught up, even if we will listen to the words of Rabiot a bit later. Roma 25, Inter 24, 23 for Udinese. You see, trend. We are sometimes we are trend people. Where is Italiano? Italiano is here, 11th with 16 points. Italiano. I told you, I warned anyone, and everyone was saying, Beppe, you are a hater. You don't like bald people. You love Allegri. That's why you are hating the bald Vincenzo Italiano. No, I said I want to see Italiano managing 2 competitions, and then we can speak about it. Well, Italiano this year, 16 points. 16 points. Udinese, super praised, and they are doing a fantastic Serie A for the people that they have at disposal and so on. It's already 6 games that they are not winning anymore. 4 draws, 2 losses. Udinese. That was champion of Italy for a lot of people. People are already making videos. Can Udinese win the Serie A? Ma how is it possible? How is it possible that a normal person on earth is making videos about can Udinese win Serie A? How is it possible? How is it possible that it comes to your mind? That means that you have no knowledge about Serie A. If you're speaking about can they win, it's impossible. With all the respect for Sottil, that is doing an amazing job with the players at disposal, but playing Serie A is a marathon, and that's what people sometimes they forget. Juventus started really bad. Let's see how they will finish. It's an unknown story. The game of yesterday means nothing. It means that Juventus is working on progressively improving. Will it stop after Verona or Lazio? Maybe, and that means that Juventus is not deserving to be there on top of Serie A. They deserve to be out of it. If Juventus continue to increase, to grow, at a certain moment, top 4 will be deserved for Juventus. If you start big, and it's simple, it's mathematic. If you start big for 10 games, but you lose then 28 games, you started well, you finished bad. If you start bad and you finish good, it's the reverse. So judging Serie A, you can judging moments, but the final judgment has to be given at the end of Serie A, when the mathematics says you are 5th, you are 4th, you are 1st, you are 38. No, that's not possible. You are 20th. Allegri is also bad. Kind of. No, he needs to shave. Allegri needs to shave. He needs to pay attention to his head. Or you are bald or not, but you just can't be a bit bald. That doesn't exist. Grande Rabona TV that is playing versus Bruges. I would love to go in Bruges with my friend from Canada. You know what? Pay attention. Adrian, take the plane, come to Bruges, we visit Belgium together and we go to the game together. That would be beautiful. Imagine, Rabona TV, GJustjuve watching Bruges Benfica. That would be nice. That would be really nice. The stadium is great. We can fix some tickets somewhere and we go to the game. That would be really beautiful. Champions League live. Would be beautiful. We need to organize that. I don't know for who I'm supporting. Because I have to admit that the two teams were the surprise of the Champions League. Not Benfica qualifying a surprise, because you guessed it totally right. You were right with Benfica. But Bruges was the big surprise. Benfica finishing first out of that group with the performance they delivered, with 16 goals scored and so on, can be considered one of the surprises. They did really well and deserved. They finished first, and that's also why they are playing versus Bruges. Would be a beautiful game, with a Bruges that is... I don't know how they will handle that game, because they started quite well in the competition. From the moment that they saw that they were already qualified, they focused on Jupiler League in Belgium, and they gave up with the Champions League, which is not the attitude of a champion, because they were a bit late in Jupiler League. And they concentrated, they focused really on that one to recuperate some points in Jupiler League. So it's difficult for them to play two competitions at the time. They give up on one, they focus on the other. Now they have a chance to go through, because they are not playing, let's be honest, they are not playing versus Manchester City. Even if, for me, Benfica is much stronger than Bruges. But Bruges... You never know what can happen here. Nobody ever won the Scudetto in November. It is long season. Anything can happen. For Juve, I have never been interested in Italiano or Sotil. For us, the suitable coaches are only Tuchel, Conte, Deschamps, Klopp, and Zidane. No other coaches. Ciao, Adrian. That's the message from our friend Tariq that is saying hello to Adrian. Well, total different coaches, Michael. Conte and Tuchel, Deschamps, Klopp and Zidane, they are all different. They are all really different coaches. For me, Italiano and Sotil, they are coaches that can potentially be Juve. Look, Conte was an Italiano, not even, lower, because the result that he was having with smaller teams were absolutely not beautiful from Conte. It was the attitude, it was the Juventinità, it was the DNA, the ideas, and we can say that Italiano and Sotil, the ideas are there. The ideas are totally there. Then the other ones are confirmed coaches, but different. Tuchel, for me, has never been an option for Juve in terms of kind of playing and so on and so on. Conte is Conte, guys. Deschamps could be... Klopp would be my dream, but I don't believe that he will leave sooner. And then Zidane, he already signed with the French national team, so it's over. Ciao Mario. Mario that is saying nobody has ever won. I already read it. Ciao Mario again. Zacchi. Grande Zacchi. I agree with Beppe. You were objective when come to Rabiot, but there are a lot of people who listen to what others say rather than judging with their own eyes. Yesterday we had a bit of a well-deserved luck. Forza Juve. Ciao Zacchi. Zacchi that has been a defender. I will not use the words hater or lover or fan, but a defender of Rabiot, trying to be objective even when Rabiot was playing bad. You remember that video I did last year? That was fantastic. We were, checking a bit, and at a certain moment with the statistics, Rabiot came out in all the rankings, the statistics of Serie A, defensive statistics, being in the top 5 of every single stat. And last year was not the same year as this year, because this year Rabiot is much stronger than last year. But he was on top of all, or on top. He was in the top 5 of every defensive skill. Tackles, interceptions, clearances, and so on and so on. Physical duels won and so on. So and Zaki was defending him. But I thank you for the nation, by the way, Zaki. But I agree with Zaki. Sometimes we have to be objective and understanding what's the difference between analyzing a season and analyzing a moment or a single game. I believe that sometimes we should learn to analyze a single game when we are speaking about our favorite players or when we are speaking about our players that we don't like. For example, Ronaldo fans or Messi fans, they should learn to objectively analyze a single game. When Ronaldo was at Juventus, he did some great, 101 goals in 134 games. He did a lot of good things. But there were some games where he was a total disaster in terms of behaviors, in terms of team mentality and so on. Well, you said something bad and everything, Yesterday, again, they lost. I don't know versus who there this week, and they lost. And the people went crazy. He's the problem. Because on an app, I don't know which app, SofaScore or the other, I don't remember. They said he was 7.9. Yesterday they lost. The team lost, Manchester United. That's what I really wanted to say about it. About analyzing moments and not only our own idea. Beppe, Italiano team isn't performing well this season because maybe the lack of squad depth. But then, Tarek, what about Allegri? If we are speaking about squad depth, and that's why Italiano is not performing, what about Allegri? If we are using it as an excuse for Italiano, that is praised and loved by everyone because he has the Steve Jobs sweater like Guardiola and Steve Jobs, if we are there, look, where is, wait, I have the picture of Italiano, guys. Italiano and Guardiola. Where? Wait, where is he? I have too many books in my library. I don't find it. I'm checking, huh? Wait. I don't find it. I can't find it here. Anyway, I will put you here, and then you will see what I meant here. Up. Guys. It's the same. It's Italiano. Look, it's the same. It's Italiano. Guardiola, Italiano, and Steve Jobs all in the same. Because they have this small turtleneck and it's a great coach. If we're speaking about depth, then it's valid for everyone or for nobody. Wait. We continue. Guys, we have a lot of things to speak about. Otherwise, I prepared everything for nothing. Anyway, it's a joke, of course. Here is Italiano. Pep Guardiola is the same. When he's putting him like that, he's thinking on the sideline. Good morning at 64 and Ryan Saliba. Tim Cook is wearing Steve's hand me down turtleneck. It's the same, but he needs to shave his hair, or otherwise it will not be the same. Look, this was yesterday. Roma of Mourinho, they lost versus Lazio. From the other one, they are pissed off of being in Europa League, but it is what it is. Good morning to Cecilia. The team is playing better, but we need to improve. I think we can beat Nantes. Ciao, good morning. So, speaking about Giustizia, Guys, this was planned to be at the 10th minute of the video. We are already here at 49 minutes of the video and we just entered the first pages with Tuttosport. Giustizia Juve. Justice for Juve. Why are you speaking about that? Look at that. And here I start again to be really angry. Yesterday, disgusting moment. Guys, I was pissed off yesterday during the live. I went away from the live because I was saying really bad words, and I had to go away to have a clear idea. Look here, guys. You are giving a VAR decision to cancel the goal of Danilo that could have been the 2-0. Yes, he touched it with a hand, and you can't score with a hand, and we agree on that. Then you have to give penalty. If you really want to cancel that goal, you need to give a penalty. Because what is happening is Danilo is not offside. He's going with his left foot. Beautiful. The problem is that De Vrij is taking, you see it here, he's taking him here on the hand. He's taking on the hand. So the hand of Danilo can't move, he can't take it away. He's actually directed by De Vrij, and it's impossible. Guys, if we start like that, if I am a striker and there is a corner kick, what do? I take the hand of the defender that is man marking me, I put it up. I put it towards the ball, if we are speaking like that, so I receive a penalty. Guys, this is manipulation. This is disgusting. This is really disgusting, because today we are happy. We beat Inter, everything is going well, everything is going fine, everything is super, Inter in the mud, Inter this, Inter... No, these moments, they are still there, even after Salernitana. Because Salernitana, we lost 2 points. Roma, disgusting decision to go back to the fall. Handball of Vlahovic. It's already the third valid goal that they are cancelling us. We forget about that. We are here to blame our team. Instead of defending our team, we are always blaming our team. And this is what I don't like. This is really something that is making me really angry this morning. I should be here celebrating, dancing. Instead I'm pissed off, because we are always the first one to criticize. Sometimes Inter fans, Milan fans, not Napoli, the other one, they are always more objective in judging Juve. Difficult moment in terms of gameplay, on solutions, on this, on that, but they're trying to be a bit more fair than ourselves. We, instead of defending Juventus and saying the truth, what are we saying? We are using the excuse. It is an excuse. Why are you speaking about the referee? Why are you speaking about this? Why are you speaking about that? Look at your team. Look at what you can do better. Of course, you have to look at what you can do better. And there is a lot of things that we have to do better. Much better. But like this, it's impossible. If every goal that we score, they have to do a VAR review, and they will find something, because in football there is always, I don't know if you know, but before the time of VAR, with big defenders, Milan defenders, I saw the word Milan, Baresi, Maldini, Tassotti, that played as a midfielder and then played also sometimes in defense, but also Montero, all the teams, all the defenders. On corner kicks, it was a party there, huh? What they were doing, the techniques, you know it or you don't know it. Before someone was jumping, they were putting the foot on the foot. The defender was smart. He was putting the foot on the foot so that the striker was not able to jump. Common things, really common things. Or the finger. Do you know the technique of the finger? Before the striker is jumping, you take the finger and you put it here. Here, in the ribs. Like up. When you do like, it's natural, it's hurting. What, with one finger? The images, they can't even show it. You do like this, you're man marking, and instead of man marking with the hand, you are putting your finger here, or 2 fingers, depending. Guys, it hurts. These are techniques, disgusting, but it was common. It was really common in the things. So if you want to, you will always find something to say. But why are they not checking for the other ones? Candreva. We are speaking about Salernitana game. Candreva, he scored with his hand. Goal, there is no problem. I'm not even speaking about the offside that they cancelled. Or in the bottom part. Yeah, that's I also saw these things. The bottom part. I saw some videos about that. But no, seriously. And this is what makes me really angry. Now that I ranted again about it, I'm happy that I can do it with a victory. I have to go back to the image here because it's not the only thing. There are two crazy things. The first one is we were born again because we are united, words of Rabiot. And then he's saying the head to the World Cup, question mark. He said, we don't care. We won the Scudetto. I don't know. I don't believe today that the team is able to win the Scudetto. I tell you honestly, I don't believe that we can do it. But hearing my players saying we won the Scudetto, that means that they will give everything. You can fail, maybe, probably, but at least you gave everything like you did yesterday in second half. Like you did. And then I want to open a small dialogue with you guys about Danilo. Yesterday, something epic changed. I spoke about it in the live, but yesterday too much emotion, so I was not rational. But guys, yesterday this happened. This happened. What do I mean? On the field, you had Cuadrado, Alexandro, even Szczesny. Who became captain yesterday? Danilo. I'm not here to say best solution, wrong solution, but I'm just appointing one thing. Something changed in the season because every game when Bonucci was not playing, it was Cuadrado. If not Cuadrado, it was Alexandro. Yesterday, before Derby d'Italia, it was a strong decision that no journalist was reporting during the weeks. Nobody knew about it. And they spoke to each other, not even in the Retiro, because after the Retiro, we continue to see Cuadrado as a captain. No. They spoke to each other and they decided who, I don't know, Allegri or maybe the team, but they decided to say, here, this is for Danilo. Maybe even Cuadrado. He said, you know what, Cuadrado, Alexandro, we spoke about it. When Bonucci is not playing, this one is for him. For Danilo. He has been elected the captain of the team. It will not happen with Bonucci will be on the field, or I will be with my mouth really until here, like in the animes, But that means a lot. That means that the players, they are discussing and they are in need of a leader. They are looking for a leader, and they found him and they appointed him as a leader. Captain Danilo. Something that we are not speaking enough about, but a fundamental change for Juventus. An important one. Because it represents the behind the scenes of what is happening. What are you thinking about that? For me, it's really one of the... It's even more important than the win versus Inter. Not because Danilo became a captain. Because I know that in the days before... They were speaking and they appointed someone and they said, that's our leader when Bonucci is not there. And probably even over Bonucci. Ciao Beppe. Danny saying is the best captain for this team for Alessio. We are not reborn yet. Let's see the next few games and then we can judge. We all said it. At least I said it here on the channel. We need a streak of victories, of course. Yesterday, Inter was the first big test. But I don't want that we are underestimating the wins versus Torino, Empoli, and Lecce. Smaller team, yes, but 2 months ago we were losing versus Monza. We were drawing versus Sampdoria and versus Fiorentina. So for me, it already started. The streak doesn't start at 1 today. It starts already, the streak of positivity starts versus Torino. Then, of course, Paris Saint-Germain, it's something else, guys. The Scudetto depends on Napoli more than us, but their inferiority complex can hit at any moment. Yes, it's true. On the other hand, if you are looking here, the ranking of Serie A, there's Milan, Lazio, Atalanta that are still over us. So it will be a big fight. Napoli, Milan, I believe they will fight until the end. If Milan stop to do some really stupid things, But anyway, they are winning. They are winning. Danilo had a very good defensive game against, again, last night. Showed up some productivity as a captain. Rabiot words. After 4 hours, I do consider, 4 years, sorry. I do consider myself a leader on the field. I think you don't need to say too much in the locker room, but you have to communicate on the pitch. I remember when he said that he was one of the leaders of the team, or at least that he was feeling himself one of the leaders, a lot of people were mocking him. I remember that. On the other hand, it's true that when you're asking me, Beppe, who are the leaders of Juve? It's really hard. It's really hard for me to find some. So the decision of Danilo was important. And Rabiot being a leader, not a captain, attenzione, but in terms of behaviors and what he's doing can be. I think that Danilo should have the armband for good now. As captain, he brings the grinta and heart on the field that these players need. He's a leader and these players know it. Well, guys, at the end, what is an armband? An armband is just an armband. The leader, you don't need the armband to be the leader of Juventus. Yesterday they showed with that gesture, it's the gesture that is important, that he was the leader of Juve. With Bonucci with the armband in the field or not, it doesn't change a lot. Yesterday they sent a message that the leader, the captain, the real captain of Juventus, armband or no armband, is Danilo. As simple as that. Future of Bonucci is a doubt. He has 1 more year of contract. A lot of people were already saying that Juventus was thinking to extend him for 1 more year, reducing the salary. I don't think so. We don't know what could have happened after the World Cup. Maybe we win the Scudetto. Can be. Ciao Sisman. Thank you, Sisman. VAR didn't even call the referee to go and check. No, but that's the disgusting thing, huh? That's the disgusting thing. They don't even go to check. And that I didn't even speak about the red card. Huh? So, okay, we spoke about Danilo. Let's continue, guys. Thank you, Sisman. You're totally correct. The best of Juventus. The two are entering the best of Juve, because that's the title of Corriere dello Sport, is Fagioli and Rabiot. Derby to Lazio. Sarri is third at the moment. These are beautiful images. Huh? Fagioli with his arms wide. Mamma mia. Fagioli with his... Let me know if you hear me well, because sometimes when I touch my microphone, I have some problems with the audio. Fagioli with the arms wide open. Rabiot with a sliding celebration, being super, super happy. We go to the ratings, guys. Ratings. And then we go to the tactical part. I want to go a bit faster, otherwise it will be a long video. Alessio, it's okay. Grande. Nur, you know Beppe, I watched the game twice last night, and I see the players were taking orders from Danilo. It's true. It's true. You are good. Thank you, Mikey. Perfect sound. Thank you. Okay, so we can continue. What are the ratings, guys? Do we agree or not? Szczesny, 7. What a save yesterday. Danilo, 7. Bremer, 7. Alexandro, 6.5. Quadrado, 6. I already anticipate you. With Milik, he's the worst one judged by Tuttosport. With a 6. 7.5 for Fagioli, 7 for Locatelli, 7.5 for Rabiot, 8.5, and that's a really, really, really high score for Kostic. According to Italian paper, they never give more than 8. 8 is already incredible, so 8.5 for Kostic. Miretti, 6, 6 for Milik. These are the votes. Do we agree or not? Do we agree or not with the votes by Tuttosport? By the way, we have a new member, Arjun. Grande Arjun. Grandissimo Arjun. Welcome as a member of the channel. Do we agree with the ratings of Tuttosport? Yes or no? That Quadrado and Milik were the worst with a 6. And then the other ones, Kostic with a 8.5. 7.5 for Fagioli and Rabiot. Defense can get a 7.5 for me. Kostic 8. That's for Alessio. Mikey, I've noticed we haven't given as much praise to Szczesny as he deserves. Look, I wanted to speak about Szczesny a bit later when we went individually. I already put his picture here. You can't see it because it's covered by me. Sorry, guys. He's covered by me. But can we? No, we can't. We can't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, Szczesny is right behind me. Right here. With that big save with a foot. This week, after Paris Saint-Germain, I was again hearing we want Perrin in a goal. And I have to admit that Perrin was fantastic when he played this season. There is absolutely nothing that we can say bad against Perrin. Did he deserve to play? Probably yes, because he started really well and he deserved to have a chance. But the role of goalkeeper, someone said on the channel, is a role of an ego. It's really difficult because you have to be 100% confident. You have to receive the trust of your teammates as the defenders, midfielders, but also from your coach. And you are insisting. I didn't see this season big flops of Szczesny like he did last year. Where last year it could have been legitimate to say, put him on the bench because he's a disaster and he's costing us a lot of points. I didn't see a lot of big saves from Szczesny, like the one per game or that could have saved us. He conceded some goals that he could have done better, but I didn't see a Szczesny in big difficulty. Not enough to tell me, Pepe, he's a disaster. If there is something that I don't agree with, is the fact that he's earning too much money. And probably that's why we are speaking about future goalkeepers. But again, yesterday, Szczesny on the shot of Çalhanoğlu from the distance, big save. On the one-on-one versus Lautaro Martinez, big save. Yesterday he did really well. Joseph, how to become a member of the channel is quite easy. You have the link into the description. Or maybe not. Hey, I forgot. I forgot to put the link. Guys, can you confirm me that I forgot, yes or no, to put the link? I think I forgot. Mamma mia. Wait, let me check. I will tell you immediately if I forgot or not. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. So let me try to give it back, the link. I will put it in the chat here. Wait, 1 second, because Joseph is asking. And if Joseph is asking, we have to agree. We have to say what Joseph is asking for. So let me go on the one of yesterday. Here we are. Joseph, you have the link in the chat that you can, if you want to. So we continue. By the way, Maric, 8 months of the channel. Ciao Beppe, I just joined. Opinions on the Nantes. We already spoke about Nantes. We said that on paper could have been totally worse. It's a team that is in difficult moments, but it's still a team that is quite aggressive and that can fight. But we were quite lucky. But nobody's celebrating Nantes because we know the past. We know what happened in the past, so we are paying attention for it. People, by the way, yesterday, they said, Beppe, take away that sound of thank you, thank you. I wanted to be friendly with people that were doing donations with the thank you. People said, Beppe, take that away because it was totally disgusting. So I took it away. Burek, no, focus on the class. Burek, focus on the class. Szczesny based us out yesterday over and over again. He made a lot of effort. So that was for Szczesny. What changed into the game? Because that's something I really wanted to show you. This, guys. Okay, we come from that page here. Okay, this change. We go with a 3-5-1-1. 3-5-1-1 with Miretti behind Milik. Yesterday, again, a big choice taken by Allegri tactically to put Bonucci out as soon as Bremer was there. I believe that today, the starting 11, at least in defense, we have that Brazilian defense with Alexandro, Danilo, and Bremer. Bonucci is a bench player. And if Bonucci was playing the last few games, it was because the other one was injured, Bremer. But that's the best defense that we can have at the moment. I'm just asking myself, with a 3-man defense, how can you use the offensive power in the future without sacrificing your midfielders? That's my big question. How can you use it in the future? Because if Di Maria and Chiesa are there yesterday, when they entered, they were actually quite lost because everyone was playing on the left side of the field. But how can you play all of them without being lost? Probably going towards a 3-4-3. 3-4-3. But then you sacrifice one midfielder because Locatelli, Rabiot will always play. Rabiot will always play. And you have so many midfielders. If you play a 3-4-3, that can be a problem. 3-4-2-1, that can be, like Anthony Schifano is saying, probably the best one to use as much as players as you need. Yeah, but look, 3-4-2-1, it can be a problem, huh? 3-4-2-1. The team was made actually the team was made for a 4-3-3. But with the players that we have in defense, we are working better with a 3-man defense. Yeah, indeed, Pogba will raise some questions. Let me read the message of Colin Wynn, that is never sleeping. Yesterday he was there in the live, today he's back in the live. Ciao Colin, grande Colin. He's saying Szczesny makes one good stop and everyone forget the many mental breakdowns in the past. He has let us down many times before. It will happen again. Attenzione, I don't believe that Szczesny is a world-class goalkeeper. We are used to Buffon. I am used to Peruzzi. Tacconi was a good goalkeeper. Unfortunately, we had Van der Sar that I really appreciated before and after Juventus, but that Juventus was absolutely not great. So we are used to a tradition of immense goalkeepers. Szczesny made some mistakes in the past, and he will continue to do. On that one, I agree. But I don't see today any option to put him second goalkeeper with the salary he has with 2 more years of contract. I really clearly don't see it as a possibility. If you put him on the bench, you lose him for 2 more years. And then you have a goalkeeper that you are paying 6.5 million euro a season that is sitting on your bench and that you can't do nothing about. That can be a problem. Huh? Because then Perin starts to be a goalkeeper, number 1, and then he will ask to be to receive a paycheck, a renew at much higher salary. Is he the goalkeeper that we need? Fix? Is he the new Buffon? Probably not. And that's where you have to take into consideration everything. Then I agree that Szczesny is not the best goalkeeper of the world. It's not my favorite goalkeeper ever. But I believe that sometimes we are exaggerating with him. Sometimes. In the time lapse of the season, there is more good than bad in Szczesny, according to me. So what is happening here? That 3-4-1-1, that is changing yesterday because it becomes a 3-6-1. A 3-6-1 with Miretti that I really wanted to speak about. Miretti that did a fantastic game yesterday. Fantastic game. Without the ball. And I want to underline without the ball. Because with the ball, it's another question. Because look how we are playing. And this is now the continuity that we were asking to Allegri to play. And I believe that we will go until the international break with that 3-man defense. Except of new injuries. If we are going to the game change, this is where the game changed, guys. First half here, second half here. Look at the game that changed. This time I really wanted to point out the 2 halves. At the end, we finished with 48% on the left. On the left side, in the first half, we were absolutely not able to find Kostic. Why? Because he was sacrificing to help with Barella that went out. You can see it here. Barella, the number 23. You see it here. He's covered now. Where is he? Here. Number 23 of Inter, that is here, giving support there. So you had a Kostic that was way lower because he was here in the first half. It was way lower than usual, where Kostic usually is here. So a compact Juventus, really compact Juventus that was playing here in defense, and then a lot of players on the midfield. But he was totally blocked with the double work of Barella from Skriniar and Dumfries that was going higher. But then something changed in the second half with Miretti. Miretti that was actually helping a lot on that side of the field, on our left side of the field, to be unmarked and to create some question marks to the players of Inter that every time they were obliged to go on Miretti. And that's how we were unlocking also Kostic, especially also in counter-attack, what made that he had a lot more spaces. In the beginning, we were looking a lot of time for Cuadrado on the right side until the moment that we really understood. And that Inter also unconsciously give up on taking Kostic. And that's where the game is changing. Kostic in the first half, he was doing like with Hakimi. He was man-marking Dumfries and the left side, paying attention, giving some support to Barella. In the second half, he played. Versus Paris Saint-Germain, it was different. That's one slide that I want to show you. And then this slide. Allegri said it will be a total different game than versus Paris Saint-Germain. Look here. Juventus, yesterday, they did 8 crosses in total. Wait, damn. 8 crosses in total. Versus Paris Saint-Germain, because this is the game versus Paris Saint-Germain, here, 21. You can't see it. Wait, I will put it a bit smaller for a second. So what do you see here? You see here 8 versus Inter, 21 crosses versus Paris Saint-Germain. The difference yesterday, that was on 8 crosses, 50% of them, so 4 of them were great. 31 crosses from Inter, Paris Saint-Germain 4. It was a totally different game. When we are listening to Max Allegri, sometimes we are underestimating the fact that he has one big skill. And there, he is a real phenomenon. He's a fantastic coach on that one. He is able to read the game and the opposition like nobody. He understands it. Then, sometimes he's not able to react, but at least he understands. And when he said that it would be a totally different game, it was. Because Paris Saint-Germain is a team that is absolutely not pressing. They don't care. They don't play with crosses. They play ground with short passes, with a lot of movements, with Verratti, short passes, communication, and so on and so on. While Inter is totally different. This long change of side to find Barella in one touch for Dumfries, for example, is one of these things. Super physical in defense with 3 men, Skriniar, De Vrij, and Acerbi. If it's not Acerbi, it's Bastoni. So they have these big pillars there. So it would make totally no sense to go with the high balls. Why am I speaking about that? Because yesterday a lot of people were saying in the first half, Allegri has only one plan. Ball to Kostic and cross. And I said, I don't know. I didn't see yesterday, I didn't see a lot of crosses in first half from our team, and especially not from Kostic. But then I said, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe the people, they saw better than me in the game, so I was not really entering. I just said one time, I don't remember it, but analyzing it and watching again the game, only 8 crosses. Only 8. Versus the 31 of Inter. So I don't remember a lot of crosses here. And that was a change asked by Allegri. So when we are judging, we can criticize when he's doing bad, but then we have also to praise when he's doing good. And yesterday, that was a sign that we changed the approach to the game. First half, second half, but also versus Paris Saint-Germain. And you can't just go every game like Paris Saint-Germain, because probably if we would have played, say, or expected to play like we played versus Paris Saint-Germain, yesterday we would have lost. That's what I wanted to say about that. So we go to Allegri and Kostic. Kostic that yesterday he decided not to go with these long balls in the box on the ground. The only time that he went with a high ball, it was with a corner kick. We scored. Then the referee decided to give up. When we were speaking about Miretti and Fagioli, that's where I want to go for. And I'm reading for some comments about Colin that is speaking with Mikey. Mohamed is saying, very true, Pepe. I remember that Tottenham game. Is it too early for Miretti? Alessio, beautiful link. Beautiful link, because I wanted to speak about Miretti. I think that Miretti played a good game. You know where he failed? You know where he totally failed, and where we are watching it and we are saying, yes, he made some mistakes, is here. So you see the touched balls by players. You see that at a certain moment, if you are looking at Fagioli 41, Miretti 47. Miretti went out a bit earlier than Fagioli, that played 90 minutes, luckily, because he scored at the end. Fagioli is the man that you are putting on your thumbnails, on the front page of the papers, is the man of the moment after his goal versus Lecce and Inter. He played a fantastic game. What we are seeing from Fagioli, and why we are praising him even more than Miretti, is because we see 93% pass accuracy. From the starters, he is the player with the most pass accuracy, and it's already his second consecutive game where he's perfect in terms of pass accuracy, and I'm not speaking about Lecce, I'm speaking versus Paris Saint-Germain. He was over Verratti, over Messi. There was Fagioli, I believe 97% versus Paris Saint-Germain, 93 versus Inter. He didn't touch as many balls as Barella, for example, or Mkhitaryan or Çalhanoğlu, but he was involved on the right side of the field, and he did really well in terms of ball precision, accuracy, and that's what we were asking for. That pass that he gave to Kostic for the post of Kostic, that we didn't even mention after 1 hour and 20 minutes, was fantastic. He has quality in his feet, left, right, shot, dribble, whatever he's doing, the guy is on fire. He's in a magic moment. We are speaking bad about Miretti because what do we see? Miretti instead is going with only 78% pass accuracy. Who did worse than him? Milik with 60%. He touched only 9 balls yesterday, Milik. He was totally isolated. Difficult for him. He needs a second striker next to him, or he's going totally isolated. But other than that, he's the second worst in terms of pass accuracy. And he took some risks. But what I appreciated was really this. This is the heat map. This is the heat map of Miretti of yesterday. Miretti giving a lot of support on that side to unmark Kostic at a certain moment, but also to give some support defensively in a zone where we saw it earlier. There were a lot of players of Inter that were present. For me, Rabiot worse? Let me check. Rabiot, 77. Hey, you're correct. You're correct. Rabiot 77. Yeah, but yeah, it's a fact. Except that he touched 63 balls. A lot more. But you're correct. You're correct. So 77 is a third less player. Look, this is what we are remembering, of course, about the game of Miretti. The lot of mistakes, but in terms of availability, in terms of all these kind of things, I think that Miretti did a really great game. Tactically supported a lot, and don't forget that he's not a second striker, he's not a number 10, so I appreciated his performance. Guys, maybe we can do a vote about the performance of Miretti. We can do it, Miretti single. Now let's put it like versus Inter. I don't speak about the season of Miretti. So Miretti versus Inter, how much do we put him? 5.5, 6, 6.5 or 7. 4 votes, guys. You can go for it. I liked the performance of Miretti. Again, I was really pissed off when he was missing these basic passes. Something that he has to pay attention for, but it's true that he ran a lot. I believe he was the third player from Juve that ran the most. Always moving, always available for a player. I appreciated it, and I can't wait to see him again as an extra midfielder, but not as a number 10. That's my opinion about that. I appreciated Miretti. Guys, then we already spoke about Adrien, the fantastic performance of Adrien, and that's a big difference where we see that Adrien Rabiot yesterday, he was not only everywhere on the field in terms of heat map. For the people that didn't see it, maybe I can put it again because it was quite impressive. Quite impressive. Maybe we have to show it here. Adrien Rabiot. This was the heat map of Rabiot. He was everywhere. Yesterday he was everywhere. Locatelli, fantastic, but not offensively. He was on his line, but he was able to move left to right on his line and even going deeper when support was needed. Adrien Rabiot, the left wing was his, but also look how he's entering the field. Look how he's entering the field. Fagioli, look, Fagioli was on his position, nowhere else, but he was doing a fantastic job there. Fantastic job. Fantastic. Quadrado on the wing, of course. Miretti, we already saw it. Milik, difficult game. And look, Chiesa, he entered here, and Di Maria as well. That was one of the things that I didn't understand yesterday. Chiesa, Di Maria. If we want to see, can we see that? Miretti, first half. First half. They changed it. Grande. Look at Miretti's first half. Look at Miretti second half. You see? Look. Look how important the change is. And that's also tactical coaching of Massimiliano Allegri. Telling him, attenzione, to unlock Kostic. Go here. Look at Kostic. Kostic, first half. Look how much more he was involved in the game yesterday. From the first to the second half. Look, it's crazy. It's totally crazy. If we are putting both of them, first half, Miretti and Kostic. Look, here, second half, here. This is crazy. I love that one. I love that one. The game of Adrien Rabiot of yesterday. First half. First half here, second half here. Look how much work has been done on that left side to kill the game on the left side. And it's not a mystery that everything is coming from that side. Fantastic. Fantastic. Miretti was still crucial in transition where we were missing that. Yes. Miretti is missing a bit of composure to find the best decision. He's usually performing well even when he's between the line. He needs time. And that's also something that makes me really angry. You can criticize, of course, he's a Juve player. He's a first-team player. So first-team players, they need to receive appraisals when they are doing good. And they need to be criticized when they are doing bad. But again, we are going from one extreme to the other. Yesterday, it was a player that we had to give on loan, we had to sell. He was bad, exaggerated, Miretti, while I was thinking that he was doing a good game, Miretti. But we want our youth to play, and we are again starting. We never learn. We never learn. Ciao, Gazzo. We never learn. What do I mean with we never learn? I spoke about it and I was criticized. There were even some people, they were writing articles about me. Like if I was important. I said we have to pay attention because you have some players, they are mentally weak. There are some players that are mentally strong. You have some players that pay attention to social media. There are some that are closing everything. You don't know how to react. We did some mistakes with Kulusevski. We exaggerated. We were fast. And he was bad. And he couldn't stay on his foot. And he had a problem. And he can't dribble. And he can't cross. And he can't score. And he's bad. And he's this. And Kulusevski. And Bentancur, and Bernardeschi, Bernardeschi, let's put aside. But Kulusevski is doing fantastic at Tottenham. Bentancur is doing fantastic at Tottenham. So the players sometimes are not bad. Sometimes they are in a bad environment. Sometimes they are not able to go out of that negative spiral. We want the youth to play. But as soon as they play or they do a mistake or they are not giving a 5-star performance, we criticize them. We are killing them immediately. And that doesn't mean that you can't say he played well, he played bad, I was expecting more. But it's the fanatism, it's the extreme judgment that for me makes me angry. And why probably some teams like Juventus, they know how social media work on the mental of some players, and they prefer to wait until they are 100% ready mentally. It's not a mystery that Miretti, after the fall that he conceded versus Benfica, the penalty there of the 1-1, he dropped down and he was not visible anymore for some games until again receiving another chance and coming back. We need a goal of Miretti for his mental spirit. We have to pay attention for that. We have to pay attention how we judge, how we go to the extreme, or we go with the youngsters, or we don't. Or we don't. Or we don't. That's what I wanted to say about him. I didn't sleep. I watched it again 4 times, Sebastiano. So, we spoke about Rabiot. We spoke about Miretti. The team, fantastic yesterday. Team spirit, new captain. We spoke. Szczesny, we spoke. Bremer, fantastic. Mamma mia, yesterday that tackle that is giving the ball to Kostic for the goal of Fagioli. It's just fantastic. Locatelli, good performance, not as visible as versus Paris Saint-Germain, but strong, solid performance. I already showed you the heat map of Locatelli. He played quite well. Guys, 1 hour 30. I spoke about Nantes, Europa League. We even touched a word about the other ones in Champions League. We spoke about the game. We spoke about the captain Danilo. We spoke about VAR. We spoke about the ranking. We spoke about the possibilities of Juve. We spoke about the tactical video. I don't know if you liked it or not. It's normally I'm doing a video about it. You voted 6 for Miretti for yesterday, like Tutto Sport. Like Tutto Sport. I believe that we spoke about everything. Is there something I missed or I couldn't? I missed, for example, Colin. Colin that wrote Beppe. Thank you for your donation, Colin. Beppe, the channel needs a FIFA 23 Pro Clubs team for the channel. But you know that I started a career mode that probably I want to play this evening again on the channel. But I only play when I'm live because I have no time otherwise. So FIFA Pro, I don't even know how it works. I don't know if you can play with FIFA on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 because you know with PlayStation 5, I bought it. My son, he took it for him, so I'm playing with the PlayStation 4. So I don't know if it works Pro Team between one PlayStation and another PlayStation. I don't know if it works. We miss Mo on the channel, the tactics, Cecilia. I agree. I have all the days contact with Mo this morning as well. Yesterday he was traveling because he's traveling between USA, Canada, and so on. So it's quite difficult for him. You see, it's not cross-platform. It's already start. So I always have contact with Mo every day, but I don't like to push people. Because it's hard, because you know Mo is really professional when he's doing things. He's not just inventing things. He's going with analyzing really well, watching the games. One time he analyzed the game of Serie B because we were playing versus Spal. I said, you are totally crazy. Speak about Juve. No, I need to do the things really right. So that's why I tell him, when you have time, you come, you join. He's also doing a fantastic work in the Telegram group. So I know. That's why I was already thinking. The pro club is not possible. It's difficult. Thomas, Di Maria was not positioned well. Yes, in conflict with Quadrado on the right. Why did he end up on the left? This one was something that I didn't understand. Yesterday I received the same question. I didn't understand it. We see it here. Huh? Wait, can we take that away? Wait, where is it? Okay, you clearly see it here. Let's go here on Di Maria that is entering. Wait, when is he entering? Here. Wait, we will follow it minute by minute. Wait, here he enters and he goes immediately. Wait, the first thing is go there on the right. This is how we start at the 82nd minute. So immediately he's going on the right. So that's his initial position. So Allegri is telling him, because otherwise he would have started somewhere else. Allegri is telling him, you start on the right side of the field. And that's where he starts. And then you see that he's going on the left. And actually he will remain there. He will remain there. Look. For the remaining part of the game. He will remain there. One time he goes back. I don't know why the arrow is not... okay, wow. Okay. It's really strange. It's new, actually, because in the past you couldn't do that. Now you can see minute by minute. That was something that was totally missing. I'm super happy. So correct, huh? Totally correct. If you're looking at Chiesa instead... Chiesa... Chiesa is entering here on the left, and of course he's remaining on the left for the entire game. So, same for me. I didn't understand it, to be honest. I really didn't understand it. Last message of Alexis Kareguezian from UK. Mamma mia. Alexis, I think it's the first time I read you, Alexis. Am I wrong, Alexis? Alexis, let us know from where country you are, because I like to know. Ciao, the Rocky! The Rocky is there with a new profile pic that is amazing. The Rocky. The new picture of the Rocky is fantastic. From time to time, it's changing, always with beautiful topics. I love the profile pic of the Rocky. Anyway, Alexi, I need to know where you are coming from. Alexi saying, and thank you, buddy. Ciao, Beppe. One thing I wanted to say about Szczesny is, even though Perin is probably better at saving shots than him, I do believe that Szczesny distribution is what puts him over Perin. Well, I have to admit that I'm not a big knowledgeable guy about the position of goalkeepers. What I miss about Szczesny is the voice. I miss the voice of Szczesny. I need to hear him. I need him to be vocal, to speak, to scream like Perin is doing. Perin, you hear him all game long. He's speaking, he's explaining, he's saying, Lascia, leave the ball, or for me, or, take it, or whatever, which I miss from Szczesny. If there is one thing I really want to blame Szczesny, is that vocal attitude. Then, if you're speaking about the best things, of course, his penalty savings of Szczesny is incredible. Then, probably yes, distribution. Even if yesterday he distributed 4 balls, he missed 2. Perin is not good with the feet. That's a fact. That's 100% a fact. Perin is really bad with his feet. From the back or long is really bad. And you know it when he's going long, he failed them. That's true. That's true. So, yes, probably, especially because Allegri doesn't care about building from the back most of the time. So he prefers to go sometimes when he can with long balls, and that's probably also one of the things why he's not playing. Good comment that I didn't stop by. I remember that I was speaking about Perin being bad with his feet, but I didn't remember that could be something important. Yeah, true. I was born in Egypt, but I am Armenian, and I live in the UK currently. Look at that. Around the world. Juventini of the world. Grande. Thank you, Alexi. Did we speak about everything? Anthony just waking up. Grande Anthony. Trimboli. Buongiorno. I miss Paolo. Grandissimo Paolo. The Rocky. Look at the picture of the Rocky. The Rocky is fantastic, guys. Follow him on TikTok. He's doing fantastic things. I like the Rocky. Un saluto de Lima, Peru. I'm just joining. What did I miss? You just missed 1 hour 37 of live. This evening I will go back with FIFA. You gave me the will to continue the career at FIFA. What a feeling watching the game once again. Locatelli was pretty poor yesterday and can do much better. Future is bright with young players. We have a long as they get to play. Finally, a good day. Yeah, I agree with the youngsters. If we stop criticizing Miretti, maybe he can also continue to play. Don't forget, we also have Vlahovic, 22. We have some young players there. But I agree. Future looked better and brighter after the game of yesterday. BT watched everything. I will rewatch. Yeah, it was a quite nice live. I liked it. It was long. We could have done it in a video. That was what I was planning. But if you watched, mamma mia, if you watch all the preparation I was doing, I was like, what a video. It will be a video of 35 minutes without interaction. Of course, when you are going live, it's a lot more. But at least that was it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. You were fantastic. Also in that beautiful afternoon. Grazie a tutti. Grazie. Forza. Juve. Ciao to Jemmy or Yemi from UK. Ciao BT, Barbara, J Tariq, Jules, buon pomeriggio di Toronto, Naf, Pierre Alvarez, Jesus Macias, Softitch, the friend of Kostic, Stavros, Mikey Mazzarese, Muhammad Youssef, Anthony Schifano. Ciao a tutti, grazie, forza Juve, ciao.